Hello YouTube. I'm gonna do a 5-week baby update. Natalie is 5 weeks old today. She is right here with me. We've been out this morning and we just got home and I fed her and now she's like passed out on my lap. So I'll show her real quick. There's Miss Natalie. Yeah. She is doing really well. She is weighing in at about 13 pounds, which is really big for 5 weeks old, I think. My son was the same way. I just make really chunky babies, apparently. So, yeah, she is about 13 pounds, wearing mostly 0 to 3 clothes. Some of them are pretty big on her still. A lot of her weight is just, she's just like a thick baby. She's not like super long. So, some of the like 0 to 3 pants and things like that are too big for her. As far as diapers go, she's still wearing size 1 diapers. We've been using the brand Luvs. We got a bunch of different brands, from our baby shower, and right now we're using Luvs. And I noticed just in the past couple days that when I go to strap them on her, they're actually getting a little tight, only on her waist. And so I need to look at the box. I think maybe they go up to 14 pounds, and that would make sense if she is, since she's 13 pounds, it would make sense that those are starting to seem a little small. So that surprised me because she's only been wearing size 1 diapers for like 2 weeks. So hopefully she'll be able to wear them a little bit longer so we can get through the ones we have before going to size 2. Yeah, so we've been experiencing a little bit more fussiness with her. And it's mostly like she'll eat and then she kind of seems, she'll eat and she'll either pass out, like right now, or she'll just get kind of fussy and not really seem content. One thing that's been really helpful for us, I've mentioned it to a few different people on here, is gripe water. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of this. It's a pretty popular item. But if you haven't, this is gripe water. The brand that I'm using is Mommy's Bliss. And it sells for about $11 at most drugstores. Yeah, it's just awesome. It's really great. It's a sweet kind of taste, and it helps with her hiccups. She gets hiccups like 2 times a day at minimum. And when she was first born and first came home, she would get hiccups after every single feeding. And it would make her kind of uncomfortable. So that's great for hiccups, and it's also supposed to relieve stomach discomfort and gas, it says on here. And so if she gets really fussy, sometimes I'll give her just a little bit of that, and it does seem to soothe her. So again, if you're having any of those kind of issues, I strongly recommend it. It's just one of those things. It doesn't have a lot of ingredients and it really works, so that's nice. Another product that we've used in the past week is Little Remedies, another popular one, a saline solution. This again has very little ingredients. It's basically, you could make this if you wanted to, but I kind of like the bottle and I don't really do a lot of do-it-yourself projects, to be honest. So yeah, this is great for a little bit of nasal congestion, which she's had very little of. We've been lucky with that, but that's been a good product for us in the past week as well. So with the fussiness, it's kind of like towards the nighttime, which I think that's kind of common too with babies, but yeah, that's when she is the fussiest, is towards the nighttime. And at night she's sleeping about she's sleeping for about 2 hours. She's eating about every 2 hours. She won't go a lot longer than that. During the day, she'll go about 2 to 3 hours still. There are times where she's been cluster feeding, kind of maybe going through a growth spurt or something like that. And she'll be hungry I would say like every 45 minutes to hour and a half, but she won't eat like a full feeding. It's kind of just almost seems like she just wants to soothe herself, or she's going through a growth spurt. I'm not really sure. I have to show you her. Yeah. There she is. I want to make sure I have her on film so I can look back and be like, so anyway, we got a little smile. Oh, where'd it go? She is getting a little bit of baby acne. That's one thing I wanted to talk about. I don't know that you can really see it here. Up on her forehead right here where her scalp is. She's starting to get baby acne up there. It looks like a little bit of almost cradle cap, but it's just not very significant. She'll wake up sometimes and have little bits of acne and blemishes kind of all over her face. And then just, in a matter of 2 or 3 hours, it will be gone. I use, hypoallergenic detergent for her, but on our stuff we use just the regular Gain detergent, and so I'm wondering if some of it is when she's up against me or up against us with our clothes. That could certainly be it. But yeah, it kind of comes and goes, the baby acne. So I'm hoping she won't have too much more of that, and definitely not too much, or what am I saying? I'm hoping that she won't have cradle cap, because that is no fun. She's also seeming to lose a little bit of her hair. I don't see the hair anywhere or anything like that, but it just seems thinner. I'm trying to think of anything else. So breastfeeding, yeah, so she's eating every 2 to 3 hours, as I mentioned. It's going better. She's latching on better. I've gotten a few tips to kind of help with that. A couple things I was doing wrong was just not keeping her tummy to my tummy. Like, her tummy would be facing up when it should have been facing me. Her chin being up is really helpful. And this isn't, you know, a pretty visual, but if I like squeeze my nipple and sort of put it towards the top of the roof of her mouth, those are just some basic things that a lot of people know already about breastfeeding. And I actually knew those things, but I just wasn't doing them properly. Since I've been doing that, that's been helping with breastfeeding. But I've been pumping quite a bit and giving her express milk, as I've mentioned in previous vlogs, and that works really well for us. It's efficient. I like being able to give her bottles when we're out places. You know, it's not even because I'm modest. Honestly, I'm all for whipping out a boob, and who cares what anybody thinks. Like, I'm down with that completely. But I love being able to give her a bottle, because not only does she eat faster, she also tends to eat more. It seems like she's full longer. And what else was I going to say about that? It's just easier. Yeah, it's just way easier when we're out to just pump a bottle or two before we go and do that. So that's pretty much all I can think of as far as baby goes. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope all your babies are doing well, and all you pregnant mamas out there, I hope you guys are all hanging in there. I can't think of anything else. I'm going to do a weight loss update and kind of like a postpartum update for me. And that's about it. So yeah, thank you for watching. And we'll see you guys maybe next week or whenever we update on her again. But yeah, I'll be doing a couple videos here soon. So bye-bye.